I didn't see this coming.
Dramatic pause.
I looked down at the text from my mom. I've met someone. Why didn't I see this coming? My stepdad died 3 years ago. As far as I know, my nearly 70-year-old mom is spending her days tidying up her one-bedroom senior citizen apartment, browsing Amazon, watching Dancing with the Stars, and moonlighting as grandma for my kids. That's it. Yeah, I should have seen this coming. See, when you're thinking of a nearly 70-year-old grandma widow, you're probably not seeing my mom. She's super animated, walking through the neighborhood, bouncing on her Skechers tennis shoes, decked out in Chico's wear, head-to-toe accessorized with her immovable, frosted, dyed bleach and amber hair, bright smile. Yeah, I should have seen this coming. Something's got me worried. Romantic relationships pretty much bring out the absolute worst in my mom's personality, her insecurities and her volatility. Both her marriages were these like codependent, alcoholic nightmares with like tears and screaming and slamming doors. So you can imagine, I'm like here like I want to know who she's met, but then I'm like, I don't want to know who she's met, but then I'm like, I need to know who she's met right now. I pick up the phone and I call her. Hey Mom, got your text. Yeah, it's crazy. It's happening so fast. Yeah, crazy. What are the details? Here are the details. His name is Gil Harper. He lives in London. They met on Facebook. He is also a widower. His wife and daughter, they were killed 10 years ago in a tragic car accident. And I'm thinking, yeah, okay, this sounds promising. He owns his own business. In fact, he's on a business trip right now, and he's securing a $5 million contract selling oil pipeline. He's flying into Los Angeles in 2 days. My mom is going to pick him up at the airport. He's moving in with my mom. They have fallen in love. They're starting their lives together. She says, this is God's plan. She says they're soulmates. And then she drops the biggest bomb of all. She tells me they've never even met. She tells me, in fact, they've never even spoken. And I can no longer hide my dismay. I mean, she agrees to at least Skype with him before picking him up at the airport. Reluctantly, I hang up the phone. My head is throbbing, bells, whistles, foghorns are just blaring in my face. Every shade of red flag is like flying in my face. Something is very, very wrong with this story. I need to get to the bottom of this. But something gives me pause. You see, this impulse that I'm feeling right now to rescue my mom from herself is actually nothing new. Starting at about the time I was about 13, she would come to me sobbing, desperate, falling apart. So it was over the years, in crisis after crisis, when my mom was falling apart, I actually came to believe that I was the only one that could actually put her back together. Oh, Mom, it's okay. You're gonna be fine. Look, take a deep breath. Here's what we're gonna do. And then I went to therapy. And I learned about boundaries. Right? And what I learned actually began to set us free from these cycles of dysfunction. Oh, Mom, man, that sounds so hard. I wish there was more I could do to help. And these boundaries actually had made these last few years between my mom and I actually make our relationship, dare I say, feel like normal? Or even like stable. I mean, as it turns out, I'm not responsible for my mom's emotional health and her well-being, right? I'm free, and I'm totally unburdened. Until now, the arrival of Facebook Gil has me suddenly and just falling like headfirst into this like hero role. And then I start doing my my therapy self-talk. Healthy boundaries, Chris. Healthy boundaries. She's an adult. She can solve her own problems. I don't need to get sucked into the middle of this, but damn it, I want to be sucked into the middle of this. So what do? I get sucked into the middle of this. I drop everything to investigate. Google tells me that my mom is most likely the victim of a romance scam. Turns out that Gil doesn't so much want my mom's love and devotion as much as he wants my mom's money. So I present this information to my mom, and she says, Gil would never do that to her. She knows how much this relationship means to her, especially everything she's been through these last 3 years. Shit. Now what? I go back to Google, and Google tells me, well, my mom is effectively under a spell. She's intoxicated by Facebook Gil's promises of love and financial security. And suddenly I'm sitting here like pretty much helpless to break the spell of Facebook Gil. But then, suddenly, seemingly out of nowhere, I get a break in the case. It's a text from my mom. It's Gil's phone number. They're going to be talking later tonight. And as I'm staring at Gil's phone number, a crazy idea comes over me. Let me explain. See, my whole life, when I talk on the phone, as hard as this is to believe, everyone thinks I'm a woman. And this has been a true lifelong annoyance. Until now, when suddenly, impulsively, I pick up the phone, and I don't even have time to practice what I'm going to say when I pretend to be my mom right now. That's right, this 40-year-old dude is about to pretend to be his mom on the phone with Facebook Gil.